Who did it is the question, and the answer depends on whom you're asking. This fight has many players, but we'll go with two broad groups. On one side is Syria, the president, Bashar al-Assad, backed by Russia and Iran. On the other side are anti-Assad rebels, backed by the US, France, Israel and their NATO allies. The US-led group blames Assad for the chemical weapon attack. The Assad-led group blames the US and Israel for the pre-dawn strike on the airbase in Homs. This is how it played out. At first, the Syrian state media accused American-led coalition forces of bombing the T4 military airbase in Homs. Why was the US the obvious culprit? Because just a few hours before this strike, US President Donald Trump had publicly warned Assad. There will be a big price to pay, he had said. Now, of course, Washington denies any role in the airbase attack. The Pentagon has issued a statement, and I'm quoting, "At this time, the Department of Defense is not conducting any airstrikes in Syria. However, we continue to closely watch the situation and support the ongoing diplomatic efforts to hold those who use chemical weapons in Syria and otherwise accountable." That is the American version. Next come the French. Their president, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, is among the most vocal critics of President Assad. 2 months back, remember, Macron had vowed to strike if there was another chemical attack in Syria. But now the French say they didn't do it. That is, they did not strike the airbase in Homs. Hours later, Syria and its ally Russia blamed Israel. This time they offered what they said was proof. The Russian military has said that 2 Israeli F-15 warplanes were involved in this strike. Reports suggested that Israeli warplanes had carried out these strikes from Lebanese airspace. Israel, interestingly, has neither accepted nor rejected this charge. But Israel has been talking about this airbase in question, the T4 airbase. Israel says that this airbase is used by Iran, its sworn enemy, and that's something that Israelis will not put up with. That doesn't leave us any wiser about possible Israeli involvement. But if you were to believe experts, the attackers were indeed from Israel. Evidence, they say, points to several attacks in the past. Israel has been targeting Syrian army locations. Israeli forces have hit convoys and bases of Iranian-backed militias that fight alongside President Assad's forces. In February this year, Israel accused Iranian forces of having sent a drone into their territory. Israel retaliated by sending an F-16 warplane. The Syrian army shot it down. Israel struck back with large-scale raids on Syrian air defense systems and Iranian targets. The Homs attack may be the latest in that series.